When you watch this, you would easily understand how soulless the left can be, and you're sure going to wonder why the left is raising dust over Donald Trump's decision to invite the National Guard to Washington, D.C.
As a DC resident of 15 years, I lived on Capitol Hill. I witnessed so many muggings and so much theft. I lost track. I was carjacked. I have murders on my Ring camera and mass shootings. I witnessed a woman on my block get held up at gunpoint for $20, and my house was set ablaze in an arson with my infant child inside. And so to any reporter that says and lies that DC is a safe place to live and work, let me just say this. Thank you. Thank you for making the city safe, because no parent should have to go through what my family went through, having the fire department rip open their door to save their infant child. And so thank you for your work on securing this city. My question to you is this. Nancy Pelosi has attacked the president for deploying the National Guard to the city, saying that it is to cover for his incompetence. Hillary Clinton has also attacked the president for securing the city of Washington, D.C. I'd like to get your response to Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton.
Sure. Well, first of all, Benny, I'm so sorry that happened to you and your family. There have been, unfortunately, far too many victims of crime in this city, and I know the majority of residents in the District of Columbia agree with you. In fact, a new poll from the Washington Post I was reading this morning, this was released in May of 2024, so it's quite funny how many of you in the media agreed with what the president was saying yesterday, but now once the president says it, many of you are disagreeing with him. But this poll released by the Washington Post found that 65% of district residents think crime is an extremely serious or a very serious problem, and this was up from 56% last year. So the concern that you share with so many other residents in the District of Columbia is real, and that's why this president is taking action to address it.
Any parent here, in fact, anyone with a strain of common sense, could pick the raw emotions as Benny Johnson recounted his experiences. The crime rate in DC is wild, and it's safe to say that, sadly, gray hairs do not equate wisdom. Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton's response to this have been nothing short of shameful and despicable. Let's keep watching.
To get to the heart of your question, I think it's despicable that Democrats cannot agree that we need more law and order in a city that has been ravaged by violence, crime, murders, property theft. This should be a winning issue for all Americans. I don't understand. It's just anything President Trump does, the Democrats want to disagree with. I think the president would love to work with Democrats on this issue to bring law and order to America's cities, but unfortunately they have failed, and that's why he's taken this historic action to federalize the National Guard. And as you're seeing from last night's numbers, we already have seen success. We are removing violent offenders, we are arresting criminals, and we are removing drugs and firearms off of the streets of the city to make it safer for all of its residents.
Just like Karoline said, the same media houses who before now carried out polls on crime rates in DC find it appropriate to speak against Trump's move to bring in the National Guard. How convenient. It all boils down to one thing. Once Trump is involved, the rules change, and everyone knows this. You can't help but give President Trump his flowers for being resolute and totally undeterred by the noise from the left. I think results do the better talking, and for the most part, Donald Trump has been great at it. Donald Trump knows that if he subjects the invitation of the National Guard to, the opinion of the members of the House, Democrats will frustrate it, hence his decision to wield his executive powers. So folks, I would want to know what you all think in the comments. We're a new channel here, and I'll be more than glad to have your support through your likes, comments, shares, and you subscribing, even as we keep putting out more MAGA and conservative views. Until our next clip, please keep staying sensible. Peace.